Well, what if I told you scientists are getting closer to actually reversing aging at the cellular level? But there's this enzyme called SIRT3, and it plays a huge role in how our cells age. Think of SIRT3 like the maintenance crew for our mitochondria. Mitochondria are those tiny powerhouses inside our cells that generate energy. As we age, SIRT3 activity drops, and our mitochondria start to sputter. It's like they're running low on fuel, and they just can't keep up with the demands of keeping our cells healthy. What's really exciting is that a company called CCM Biosciences has developed these groundbreaking compounds that can boost SIRT3 activity back to youthful levels. It's like giving those tired mitochondria a jumpstart, helping them function like they did when we were younger. The key here is that these compounds work in a completely different way than any previous attempts to target aging. They've figured out a way to make SIRT3 more efficient, even when the fuel it needs, a molecule called NAD plus OM, is declining. And that's a huge deal because NAD plus naturally drops as we get older. What's fascinating is that CCM Biosciences isn't just aiming to slow down aging. They're aiming to reverse it. Their research shows that these compounds can actually restore CAR-T3 activity, even when NAD plus levels are significantly depleted. This is a game changer because it means we could potentially address the root cause of many age-related diseases. We're talking about things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, heart disease, and even metabolic disorders. Now, you might be thinking, oh, okay, this all sounds promising, but is it really that big of a deal? Let me tell you, the scientific community and investors, they're buzzing about this research. We're talking billions of dollars being poured into companies, exploring ways to extend healthy lifespans. There's even a massive ex-pre-RIs competition focused on cellular rejuvenation, the largest in history. What's really remarkable about CCM Biosciences' approach is that they didn't just stumble upon these compounds by chance. They used cutting-edge computational methods and a deep understanding of physics to design these molecules from scratch. Remember how I mentioned that other attempts to activate SIRT3 have faced limitations? Well, CCM Biosciences basically threw out the old playbook and came up with a whole new way to make SIRT work more efficiently. It's like they found a secret backdoor into the enzyme that no one knew existed before. This discovery has the potential to revolutionize not just how we treat age-related diseases, but also how we develop drugs in general. Imagine being able to target other undruggable enzymes with this same approach. The possibilities are mind-blowing. But let's get back to SIRT3 and why it's so crucial for healthy aging. Remember, it's all about those mitochondria, the energy factories of our cells. SIRT3 helps keep them running smoothly, protecting them from damage, and ensuring they produce enough energy to keep our cells humming. When SIRT3 activity declines, our mitochondria become vulnerable. The wear and tear, it's like a car engine that's not properly maintained. Eventually, it starts to break down. And in our bodies, that breakdown can manifest as a whole host of age-related issues. We're talking about everything from wrinkles and fatigue to more serious conditions like Alzheimer's and heart disease. So by restoring SIRT3 activity, we're essentially addressing a fundamental mechanism of aging that underlies many of the health challenges we face as we get older. It's incredible to think that we might be on the verge of a paradigm shift, in how we view aging. It used to be this inevitable decline that we just had to accept. Yeah. But now we're starting to see it as something we can potentially influence, maybe even control to some extent. It's like we've shifted from passive acceptance to active exploration. And this shift in thinking is driving some truly remarkable innovations. We're not just talking about SIRT3 activators, but also other promising approaches like senolytics, which target those zombie cells that accumulate as we age, and even gene editing technologies that could repair age-related damage at the DNA level. It's a whole new world of possibilities. Imagine a future where people can maintain their physical and cognitive function well into their 80s, even beyond. Think of the impact that would have on individuals, families, and society as a whole. People could stay active and engaged for longer, pursue their passions, contribute their wisdom and experience, and really savor those extra years of life. Of course, with any scientific breakthrough, there are always ethical considerations to address. We need to ensure that these potential treatments are accessible to everyone and that we're using them responsibly to benefit all of humanity. It's a conversation we need to have as a society, and it's one that I'm excited to be a part of. But for now, I want to leave you with this thought. Well, aging is a natural process. It doesn't have to be an inevitable decline. With groundbreaking research like this, we're starting to understand the underlying mechanisms of aging and develop targeted interventions that could fundamentally change how we age and experience life. It's a truly exciting time to be alive.